Welcome to this Broadloom presentation on best practices for flooring businesses. In this session, we'll discuss how selecting the right domain name is essential for your business as it affects both your online visibility and brand recognition. Before we dive into domain best practices, let's first clarify what a domain is, just so we're all on the same page. A domain is essentially your website's address on the internet. It's what people type into their browser to find your website, like broadloom.com. Think of it as your store's physical address, but online. Without a domain, customers wouldn't be able to find you in the digital world. Now that we know what a domain is, let's talk about some best practices when it comes to choosing and managing a domain for your business. When choosing a domain name, less is more. Ideally, your domain should be short, easy to type, and easy to remember. This way, customers won't struggle when trying to visit your website. For example, something like jmdflooringla.com is much easier to remember than John Michael Doe Flooring Company, Los Angeles.com. Keeping it simple reduces the risk of errors when people type it in. Your domain name should align with your business name and brand. A good domain reflects what your business is about. For instance, if your business name is Elite Flooring, you'd want a domain like eliteflooring.com, which ties directly to your brand and makes it easy for customers to recognize. A consistent domain helps build your brand online. There's a reason .com is the most popular domain extension. It's the one that most people are familiar with and trust. If your business name is available as a .com, grab it. While there are other options like .net or .flooring, most users automatically type .com first, so having this extension helps direct more traffic to your site. While numbers and hyphens might seem like a quick fix if your preferred domain is taken, they often confuse people. Imagine telling a customer over the phone, visit us at elite-flooring123.com. It sounds complicated, and chances of them mistyping it are high. Stick to letters only, as it makes your domain look clean and professional. Even in this digital age, word of mouth is still powerful. You want your domain name to be something people can easily say out loud and that someone else can easily type in after hearing it. Avoid words that are commonly misspelled or hard to pronounce. For example, using flooringphenom.com might sound fancy, but not everyone will know how to spell phenom, and that can cause you to lose visitors. For some flooring retailers, incorporating your city or town into your domain name can be a smart strategy to attract local customers. For example, if you're operating in Springfield, a domain like springfieldflooring.com not only helps potential customers immediately recognize where you're based, but it also signals to search engines like Google that your business is focused on that local area. This can be especially helpful when people are searching for terms like flooring near me or Springfield flooring store. Search engines are more likely to show your website when it has the relevant location in its domain, which increases your chances of getting local traffic. However, it's important to only use this strategy if you are truly committed to serving just that area, or if your business is highly location-based. For example, if you plan to expand your services beyond one city in the future, having a local name like springfieldflooring.com might limit you. So think about your long-term business goals before adding a specific location to your domain. Now let's talk about what to do if your preferred domain is already taken. This can be a common challenge, especially if you're trying to secure a domain with a popular keyword or common business name. But don't worry, there are effective ways to work around this. First, try variations of your original domain idea. For example, you can add relevant keywords, location names, or other identifying terms that make your domain unique. This helps with branding and can also improve your SEO. For instance, if theflooringstore.com is unavailable, you can try adding your city name to it, such as theflooringstoresarasota.com. This not only creates a domain that's more likely to be available, but it also targets local customers directly, which is a big plus for SEO and local visibility. The key takeaway here is to be creative and flexible while ensuring your domain still reflects your brand and is easy for customers to find. One important best practice for managing your domain is to avoid changing it unless absolutely necessary. Changing your domain name can have significant negative effects on your business, especially when it comes to SEO and customer retention. When you change your domain, search engines will need time to re-index your site, which can cause a temporary drop in your rankings. This means less visibility in search results, leading to reduced web traffic. Additionally, customers who are familiar with your current domain might get confused or have trouble finding your website. So only consider changing your domain if you're undergoing a major rebranding or expanding to new locations that require a more inclusive name. When changing your domain, one crucial best practice is to keep your old domain registered. Even if you've made the move to a new domain, don't let your old one expire. There are two big reasons for this. First, it helps preserve your SEO. Your old domain has likely built up valuable search engine credibility over time. By keeping it active, you can avoid losing this SEO authority and ensure that you're not starting from scratch. Second, you want to redirect old traffic. Visitors may still find or have your old URL bookmarked, or there could be links across the web pointing to it. By keeping the domain and setting up redirects, you make sure no one hits a dead end. To recap, choose a simple and memorable domain. Choose a .com extension with relevant keywords and location. If your preferred domain is taken, be flexible. Avoid changing your domain name unless necessary. Keep your old domain registered. Broadloom is here to help you implement these domain best practices and ensure your business maintains its online presence. That will do it for this session. Thank you for joining me as we looked at why your domain name matters and the best practices for your flooring business.